Super Bowl 55 is just over 3 months away from taking over Tampa Bay, but a potentially big adjustment could be on the way for the big game as the NFL considers limiting the crowd size. Welcome to Nightside. I'm Carolina Lead.
And I'm Ryan Bass. It's a sight we've seen at games across the country, even the Bucs playing in front of a small crowd of fans on Sundays. And with the COVID-19 pandemic seeing another surge, public health officials tell 10 Tampa Bay's Josh Zadorowicz it's a reality check and that we'll be feeling its side effects well into next year.
3 months from now, a full Super Bowl, is that realistic?
No.
Is that ever realistic?
The way things are going now, I would be surprised. We're not going to cure the community of COVID. Even if the vaccine came out tomorrow, you're not going to vaccinate enough people.
Dr. Jay Wolfson says we are still a ways away from being able to pack people into a stadium. That said, it was just last month Governor Ron DeSantis was publicly pushing for a full Super Bowl when he announced the state was fully reopening.
We expect to do a full Super Bowl, and we're going to show that we're going to be able to do that.
Normally, more than 65,000 fans can squeeze into Raymond James Stadium, though recent Bucs games have capped crowds well below even half capacity, closer to 20%, which the NFL says is the average right now for teams allowing fans in the stands, and probably is not that far off from what a Super Bowl crowd could look like too. But in response to reporting from ESPN Wednesday, the league says there is still no set capacity, but did leave the door open for that 20% cap to grow as we get closer to the game.
We know that the numbers will evolve over the next few months, and we'll be following the conditions in the country, in the state, in the NFL. We'll make a determination based on approvals locally.
It's setting people up so that their expectations will not be dampened. At the same time, the governor could say, we'd like to be able to have a full stadium, and we would. We really would. But the likelihood of it happening the way the disease is progressing now, we're seeing upticks again, that the NFL is saying we're going to cap it, we're going to control it. It's good sportsmanship.
I mean, a limited capacity game is still better than none, right? But it would be the latest punch to what could have been an incredible sports year in Tampa Bay. Let's take a deeper dive into the virus's impact so far. Back at the beginning of the pandemic, Tampa lost two of the sports world's biggest events, WrestleMania and March Madness, to cancellations. Then the sports bubble took over. That put the Lightning and Rays magical runs in empty arenas. Losing all of those events, costing us big time financially to the tune of about $393.5 million. I might be biased here, but Rob Higgins, one of the most handsome men in Tampa Bay, and he's my podcast partner too. We are the official media partner of the Super Bowl 55 host committee, Rob and I. We drop a podcast weekly. We take you behind the scenes of the big game. We'll be talking about all this too. You can find it on Friday, wherever you get your podcasts.